Now, why don't you tell us about the product?
Well, our focus with the brewery is on the Belgian style, and Belgian beer, if you're familiar, is a little bit different than sort of most of the craft beer that's out there. It's typically, but not necessarily, a little bit stronger in alcohol, bigger bottles. It can appear in sort of a wine shop in ways that beer in a six-pack sort of can't. And so the business of selling is a little bit different, but it also requires a lot more education on our part, not only of consumers, but also retailers and to some degree distributors. So it's a little bit different of a sub-niche than the beer business in general. It's much more based on sort of quality and differentiation than sort of volume and making narrower margins.
So if I had, and I'm not a beer drinker, but I've been involved with the beer business, which I think makes me somewhat objective. And I had all these different beers in front of me, the microbrews, because that's now the most popular thing. How would I describe your beer product?
I mean,
Not from your perspective, remember, from the consumer's perspective after I taste it.
Yeah, I mean, it very much varies. I mean, people who encounter our product range all over the place in terms of their level of knowledge of what they're sort of tasting and what they're enjoying. And so someone who's never had Belgian beer before is also often surprised because it's very different than I think what most people are used to. It can be much smoother, much more, it's something that pairs better with food. It's something that is more, it's for contemplating, it's for sitting and tasting much like you would a fine wine or a cigar or, a small plate of, hot cuisine. It's very different than something that you're going to, drink a six-pack of on the beach.